Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Ready for game number 3. We're going to go down into the lower bracket now. The upper bracket is already finished and done with. Focus versus 120 was the match there. 2-0 for 120. Clean day for 120 today. Didn't drop a single map. And made it into the playoffs in first place. Now we're going to have Infi versus ReminD in the first round lower bracket. Fighting for a chance to still advance in second place. Let's take a look at the grid, shall we? I think we got a bit of time here before the players are actually joining. So this is what it looks like. Before today, I would have said Focus and 120 are the big favorites here. Infi not so active in tournaments anymore, and ReminD himself, a rare sight nowadays. Always unclear how much he's practicing, how much he's keeping up with the meta. There are some tournaments when ReminD comes out swinging and looks super strong in his games. Today, not yet the case, but has a chance still in the next game to prove himself. Tomorrow, we're going to have Yumiko, Colorful, Ted, and Lin from Group B. Pretty cool. 2 old school players with Yumi and Ted. Yumiko, I haven't seen in a tournament in a very long time. He used to be a great world-class player, but I've not seen him in forever. We saw Ted recently in Show Cup, for example. He's competing a bit more again, but there's clearly 2 huge favorites, Colorful and Lin. I would be tremendously surprised if it's not Colorful and Lin winning tomorrow. And then Group C, the day after, we're going to have Soin going up against all the Night Elves. Lorelei, 15 Sway, and Moon. That's a rough group for Soin. That's such a rough group for Soin. I feel a bit bad for him. His matchup against Night Elf normally doesn't look the greatest, but we'll see how it goes. And Group D on Friday is going to see the European champion Happy go up against very strong opposition. Kaho, the rising star from China. Sok, possibly the best human in the world right now. And Fly, who is also a question mark currently. Unclear what condition he's in. If he's playing his best, Fly is always a big threat, but he's a bit inconsistent at times. Oh no. I thought the bugs might be over, but they are not. Like I said, for some good reason, when an undead is in the game, our overlay is bugging at the moment, and, well, wouldn't you know it, Infi is playing undead. So again, I gotta say, sorry guys, our overlay is a bit buggy at the moment. That's why we have no overlay here, because yeah, it's bugged currently. So we're gonna have to do it raw dog style. But yeah, let's do it. This is the lower bracket. We got Infi on the right hand side against ReminD, and he is indeed playing undead. I was not expecting that. I was expecting him to go human here against ReminD. But undead shall be his choice. DK Ghoul build, and for ReminD we got a neutral hero build. Which is very cool. Thank you, by the way, Sumiana with the 6 months and Sealweb with the 24 months. It says 2 years, boys. Thanks for all the content, Remo. Thanks for the support, my man. Infi is, of course, going to expand. Infi is very much not the one base micro player. His strength was always 2 base play, macro play, relying on game sense. And a strong late game. Panda first. This might be good, actually. If this panda gets to level 5, that might be the way for the Night Elf counter expansion to keep up with the Undead fast expansion. But level 5 is far away. Oh my god, this expansion is so early for Infi. He made it even before the Ziggurat. Because he knows he's going to be completely left alone at the beginning. ReminD is just creeping up his panda. He got a very, very, very bad item with a talisman. Because he most likely goes passive anyways.
A player's forces are
I guess
attack.
not necessarily. Ah, no, he does have the passive. As you can see from the crit. Level 2 on the DK. Looking for the counter expo, but it is not yet seen. Hunter Soul. Oh my god, is he going all in? Mass hunts all in. Infi sees the Berserker away. That's pretty cool. That's a big deal. Oh, that's such a big deal, actually. This makes all-inning all of a sudden much, much harder for ReminD.
A player's forces are under
There's a second Ancient of War. Alrighty. The writing's on the wall. This is going to be all-in. Pretty sure. Oh, the ghouls move out. They're on a little expedition. Mining. Not going to be fully established here too quickly. This is looking bad for ReminD, isn't it? This map is very good for Undead fast expansion, which is why normally you have to play Keeper and be ready to harass. This is a level 2 panda harass. This is a joke. And here come the ghouls. Oh, ReminD's units. Fortunately, there is no dust. The archers are safe. But the Nerup's gonna finish now. Alright, I think he got the experience, yeah. Trying to step out if he gets bashed here. Oh my god, dude, imagine he gets bashed. Stabs home and lands in a surround right away. Feels bad. Well. Oh, he actually gets out and gets the level 3. Alrighty. Infi in the meantime, delaying his tech, going for a graveyard. Once he has a couple of fiends out, this should be an easy game for him, honestly. And there's still no counter expo. Just mass hunts being produced. Is the overlay broken again? Yes. I'm afraid it is. Oh my god, look at the Acolyte Scout. Sees the AP instantly. I like the second crypt. Infi realizes he just needs mass fiends, and then he should be super fine. Goes for boots even. Alright. This AP is gonna be cancelled. It's looking rough, boys. It's looking very rough. All the ghouls brought from the main base, and now fiend production begins. Breath of Fire level 2 is strong. But once the panda's out of mana, this game might be over. Oh, the Spirit Tower is also going to help immensely. Acolyte's ready for the repair. The Breath of Fire, of course, also good against buildings. Oh! Kale? Lag? If ReminD disconnects here, I wonder if they're going to give a regame. I think they should just call it. A couple of ghouls sent over here to take out the Moonwell, also very nice. And of course on Blight, all the ghouls healing all the time, regenning against the Breath of Fire. And more fiends are coming. The ghouls still have difficulty dealing with the panda plus hunts. But the Acolyte repair is ready. And the towers are doing a great job at holding. Panda's running out of mana. He's gonna have one more Breath of Fire soon, but then he's gonna be dry for a long time. A lot of low HP ghouls have been saved. More and more fiends are coming. Most important thing for Infi, I think, is to prevent this AP from coming up. And he's able to do that with the Spirit Tower alone. No cancel here. All the resources lost. And the DK healing up. Oh, look at that. The Ritual Dagger healing all the ghouls. They're going to be ready to fight again very soon. The towers might fall indeed. Acolyte's now gone. Can't repair anymore. But the Fiends are here. And maybe the Spirit Tower falls, but the Narrow is still standing. Narrow proving to be unbeatable once again. Just like Kevin has taught us. But the ghouls come in, and that's an easy defense now. Infi holds the expansion. It was a bit painful. Lost lots of acolytes and also towers, but the expansion stands in the end. And ReminD only has tier 1, no counter expansion. And that looks doomed. Could go for heal scrolls now as well, which is of course always the best counter to a panda. ReminD's gonna give it one more shot with a lot of mercs. Oh my god, they're getting ensnared by the creeps. Oh my god, everything's going wrong. And now with the fiends that Infi has ready. Oh, lose one fiend. The heal scroll there a little bit too late. But he can replace these fiends very easily. Unlike ReminD, who doesn't have that 2 base income. Oh, gonna get it. Nice. And in the meantime, almost surrounded. He's got one more breath, but then again he's gonna be dry. Infi severely delaying his tier 2 this game, but he can afford to. Because he's in such a strong position. And of course, because ReminD isn't teching himself. Finally, tier 2 starts. While the DK is still chasing for more kills. Level 4 for him would also be really big. Panda is leveled extremely well. Close now to level 5. But the army is just simply a joke. Huntress army, good for pushing against ghouls. Not good for dealing with mass fiends. Five ghouls in the main now on lumber. May need one more, but all in all, it's looking very good for Infi. Gets a kill here. That's the level 4. And ReminD sees this is hopeless. Calls for the GG. And Infi takes a pretty fast 1-0. Fast expansion for Undead, very strong on Echo Isles. And realistically, the only way you can beat it is with a Keeper. Interesting that Infi had his own idea of how to try to deal with it. Maybe if ReminD. If Infi had been more passive in the early game and would have just given the Panda level 3 for free without being aggressive with the ghouls, maybe it could have looked different. But I think it was very smart for Infi to realize that he doesn't need level 3. He can just be aggressive with level 2, buy time for himself for the expo, and slow down the Panda at the same time. Will Infi play against Focus? He played Night Elf earlier. It may be a rematch. If Infi gets the win here, it's going to be the rematch against Focus. We saw the Korean Orc earlier losing to 1-2-0. That's going to be the last match. Focus against the winner of this. We've had 3 2-0s today, so it's happened pretty quickly. Infi, of course, now has to stick with Undead. As we move to our second map. Oh, join bug? No, we're good. This is also a very good fast expansion map because it is Tidehunters. And I'm pretty surprised that ReminD left these maps in the pool. Echo Isles and Tidehunters are the two best fast expansion maps. And when you're facing Infi's Undead, you gotta know normally that it is gonna be fast expo. So maybe could have banned a bit better. Oh, that's not me. Keeper first this time. Alright, this could work out a lot better. The Keeper with Entangle and Treants and just being ranged by nature and being very good early game. He is strong enough to possibly stop an Undead expansion. If the Night Elf plays the Keeper aggression perfectly, normally an Undead expansion is not supposed to work. However, if some mistakes are made on either side, it can still work out.
A player's forces are under attack.
I think ReminD just checked the Wisp here to go into the tree. That's the old version of Tidehunters. He may not have played this map in a while. Oh, starts off very nicely with the Claws of Attack, especially in this kind of a matchup. For cancelling ziggurats and expansions and killing ghouls, these claws are so helpful. And he's gonna be aggressive right away for good reason. Because of course, Infi is gonna fast expand. He's got the double skull. Oh! ReminD creeping in the middle, actually. And that's going to be level 2 for him, and then he's going to harass. Picks up the gauntlets. But Infi's clearing this camp pretty easily. Expansion has to be delayed by a little bit, but not too much. Lumber available now, and Infi's early game looking pretty clean. We got another Moonwell here, and we got the double Ancient of War mass hunts. Soon to be ready. It's going to be crucially important for Infi to look for upcoming APs. Especially here is a very popular position, or maybe here. So Infi needs to scout for APs, and if you can prevent those, should be in a good position to hold here. Especially since the expansion wasn't cancelled yet. Infi using the ghouls to block away the Keeper, but he does breach through. So that should be the expansion cancelled one time, I think. Or is it? DK gets to level 2. Not too much damage here anymore. He has to resummon the Treants. Alright, that's enough. Forces the cancel. Infi could have surrounded the Keeper there and forced the TP. Bit of a mistake with that. So ReminD bought himself some time. And here come the APs. But this should be pretty predictable for Infi. Like, this is the most likely position where they would be coming. And right now he's being distracted by the Keeper, just like ReminD was hoping it would. Oh, and this is a pretty big mistake. There should be a ghoul on patrol here already for Infi. Now he's walking home. He got some time to think. And there we go. Here comes the ghoul now for the scout. Is this fast enough? Keeper does have a telly staff. But I think this should be enough time for Infi to cancel the APs. Especially with the rest of the ghouls coming in from over here. And the DK arrives, ready for the coil. And oh, it's looking rough for ReminD. One more ghoul does go down. We got a lot of wisps in the mix, but also so many ghouls. Mass ghoul production. Constantly remaking these. And Infi going for a second crypt as well. He wants to hold this expansion at all costs. And he knows mass hunts are on the way. And I wonder if it's a mistake by Night Elves in this push to go for hidden APs. Because the top undeads normally always scout for the APs. Maybe you should build a big Huntress army first. And force a fight with them. And then build APs behind it. When they're protected by like 5 hunts. I'm not sure that that's better. But it might be better. Because yeah, those hidden APs are great if they come up. But like I said, the top undeads normally should be able to scout for them. But it's not over yet. Hunts still do tend to do well against ghouls. And now he's trying to set up APs behind. We have the 5 Huntresses ready now. But again, so many ghouls for Infi. He's not even going for a graveyard, just mass ghouls. About to get level 3 here as well. Taking out one more Treant. And this might be the last that we're gonna see of ReminD. Desperately trying to get up some APs, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Hunters is being controlled well. And again, the hunts, as so often, do well against the ghouls. But the keeper not being level 3 yet, also a problem. And most importantly, the fact that no APs have come up. Infi supply blocked, actually. Oh, but the Ziggurat's gonna finish in just a second. And it's so many ghouls that we see here coming. Nice, they're using the Ritual Dagger as well. Lots of these ghouls are healing up. And now we got 2 ghouls coming at a time from these crypts. This seems just simply too much to hold on against. Both heroes now completely out of mana. The Undead, of course, this whole time standing on Blight, regenerating a ton of HP. DK 3.5 and... well, ReminD. I think he has to throw it in. The towel. I think this is hopeless. Infi realizes he's in a great position. He starts the tech. No more reason to be afraid, I suppose. That is so many ghouls, by the way. Oh my god.
Players' forces are under attack.
AP spotted once again, will not finish. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. I think that's 18 ghouls. That's quite a lot. Keeper gonna have to staff out.
A player's forces are under attack.
Graveyard finally coming for Infi, so soon he can even go for Fiends. He's at 50 supply, only ghouls. That's kind of hilarious. Only ghouls and Acolytes. ReminD's army isn't looking much more diverse. It's only got Huntresses, but not enough of them. Oh, Infi. Oh, I thought he was going to go for a heal scroll, but actually no, he's got the Invoke Potion. It's kind of weird. Keeper going to be forced to use the TP. There was quite a few ghouls sacrificed. But of course, it's not like Infi can't afford it with all the gold that he's gathering. More than 1,000 gold in his bank already. And now the ghouls all at home. Gonna give him all the lumber income he needs. ReminD is still fighting. He's not throwing in the towel too quickly today. But he's got no APs. He's got no glaives. Honestly, he's got no chance.
A player's forces
But he's
are
going to
under
give it a
attack.
shot. Oh, it's level 2 Aura. Ah. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. He's only got limited mana. And the Aura will always benefit a lot of units. One Spirit Tower here, also about to finish. It's going to be a huge help. More ghouls coming from the main base, and now we got Gargs coming. And the Lich. Against Gargs, there will be absolutely no answer if the APs don't finish. But one AP is gonna finish. Alright, the Hunters is now doing well against the Ghouls, but still the towers are a problem. Couple of Ghouls fall, only one Huntress traded for it, I guess. Keeper got level 4. Well, we got a Slaughterhouse coming, we got the Gargs on the way.
A player's forces are under attack.
At long last, a single Ancient Protector will be finishing. Aggressive Coil is able to find some kills. The DK close to level 4. It's going to be a big level up for him once again. Lich comes out, buying lots of nifty items. Nova right clicks. Finds one kill right away. More Hunters is falling. That's level 4 on the DK. And I believe the writing is indeed on the wall. These Huntresses falling off heavily. They're good in the mid game. And the early game, I mean. But here now, against superior tech, they are useless. GG called. And it's the win for Infi. With his off race Undead, Infi gets the W in the lower bracket round 1. He's going to move on now next against Focus. Now I wonder if he's going to pick Undead there as well. I would assume rather not, but we're going to see about that. Alright, so we're going to go into one more short break for our last match of the day. Infi versus Focus for the decision of second place in Group A. We're going to have the decider in just a little bit after this break.